All right, so the mouse dilemma has not been solved yet, so you'll still hear me complaining about that, but I did find that from a little research going to the Autodesk Knowledge Network that when you see the error message here, the warning, there is a button that you can click on that toggles the sound off. So I've toggled the sound off. Hopefully we won't be listening to that anymore. Okay, so now we're back into the first floor, but I want to use the first floor dimensioned. And I don't need, for now, I don't need these open. And we're going to select all instances, visible in view, that's dimensions, and we'll delete them. So didn't make any changes here, so that's okay. I did make changes here, but let's put the fixtures in first. Component, toilet, TOI. Gives me my domestic toilet. Now let's see. Does it make a difference? I don't think so. So we'll put it right here. Right? Then we'll put the model in place. Casebook. I'm going to put the countertop in now. Okay. Extrusion. We're going to draw the perimeter of it. I wasn't able to get it exactly at 2 feet, so I'll click on that and then say 2 feet. Now it is exactly 2 feet. All right, let's see the constraints. 2'10" is the start, and I don't want it to be mirror. I want it to be green. Great new green marble. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now, did I put the laundry room stuff off to the side or not? Yeah. Okay, so let's do that. So let's put the washer and dryer over here. So I'm looking for my stacked wall families. I'm going to WT, and this is the first floor. No, really. First floor dimensions, I don't really need this one. So WT, here's, let's WT again. Let's see what happens. WT. No, let's click on this one, WT. Okay, so that makes this primary one. I just wanted to flip it around so that I had a little more real estate for the floor plan. Okay, what are we saying? We want to do this. Okay, create similar. Come over here. We'll put that in there. Let's get it in correctly. I'm going to move it down 6 inches just for the vent hose. Doesn't need that much probably, but I doubt if anyone's ever going to be upset about having that distance there to put in the ventilation, the exhaust from the dryer. Okay, and we could have a table here, so let's do it. Oops. Model in place. I'm still doing casework. Okay, okay. And it's an extrusion. It should default to the, oh, it didn't. 2'10". Default back to the other one, which I wanted it to. All right, so I'll click on this one first, 2 feet. And then I can align. Okay. So I have a countertop there. Let's do it again. Architecture, component, model in place. Case one. Okay. Okay. Extrusion. We'll use the rectangle. Just draw it out there like that. Look at 2 feet. It's okay. And now it has defaulted back to what we want it to be. Okay. So there's our laundry room, powder room. We said this is going to be a walk-in closet. So let's do that. Architecture. What's it called? CLO. Yeah, closet hanger adjustable. Okay. And so rotate this guy around 90. We'll align him right here. Let's see if we can align here. But I think if I try to align the other one, let's try and see what happens. I think it's going to move the previous one, but I'm not sure. Yeah, see, it moved the whole shelf. All right, so we'll just take this one and drag it back up. I still go on. Okay, we'll mirror that about the midpoint. We'll move it. There's our closet. Okay. The walk-in closet. Okay, so let's just take a look at what's going on here now. It's 3'6", 3'11", and 4'0". Okay, that's fine. I think because this is the bigger workspace, we'll fix that. All right. Why the railing is showing, but I'm going to hide that element. I don't need to see the railing. That railing is on the second floor and it's showing up on the first. So I'll just hide it. Okay. So let's walk around. Well, no way to get into the powder room. So let's start right there with the door. And let's see. We want a single door, 32 by 84. How's that? 32 is 2'8". That's a big door. Okay. Now into the laundry room. 2'8" is also pretty good. We can do 3 feet. Let's do 3 feet. Since we can, and we have plenty of room for that. It's just easier to get the washer and dryer in there. Okay. All right, now architecture door. We want we could go as low as 24, but let's go to 30 inches and see what happens here. Yeah. Okay. Didn't hear the chime because I got it turned off, but what Revit's saying is that this guy needs to move down, and it can. What do we have here? That's our 3 feet. And yeah, I would still like the door to swing that way because we have more space here. And all right, let's go back to architecture door. 30 inch by 84. All right, let's make it a little bit smaller than that. That's really too small, but we'll do it for now. I don't like 24-inch doors. They're just too narrow. But There's no reason not to do that. Okay, so let's get a 36-inch door here to get into the space. 36 by 84. And I think it should swing up against here. Okay, so I'm going to save it. And while I'm saving it, I just want to look here. So we can get into the office. We haven't articulated the front yet. So we come in the back, hang up our clothes, use the lab if we need to, go into the family room or into the kitchen. Okay, we have, this is all back hall. Then we come over here to the main foyer. That works. Stairs take us up. Butler's pantry looks good. All right. I'm going to turn that off, hide the category. We don't need to see those colors on the first floor dimension. Looks like really the remaining is the cabinetry and the fixtures. Got some sinks to put in. I'm gonna put the sink over here anyway, because that's wouldn't really be enough room for a sink here and to do anything else, like, you know, fold anything. But here we could fold, or we can fold on either side. So that's why I'm going to put this sink there. Architectural component, SINK for the search. I want a kitchen single, kitchen triple, kitchen double. Okay, so I like a big double sink in here. That looks good. We need to make sure it's centered properly. So we're going to do the dimension equal. That moved the sink over. Delete, enter. Gets us, it's good. Okay. We need a sink here. I want the oval sink. So we're going to go component. And I'll just type in sink. This time we're going to see oval. All right, so sink, vanity, round. Okay, put that in here. Dimension. Oops. Let's see if I can pick it. Yep, it's got to have that extra 5 inches of height. Okay, and now we can dimension to get that centered in here. Delete, enter key. Okay. Toilet, sink, sink, washer and dryer. Okay. Everything left is to fix the kitchen. So let's take this section line, flip it, and we'll go to the view. All right, let's see. I think the sink can be centered, but let's look at it in the floor plan. Yeah, we can center it from here to here, or from here to here, or from, let's do it from here to here. So let's see if we can center using the reference plane. I don't know if it'll let us do that or not, but let's find out. Did not. So that's weird. All right, well, anyway, we'll use the sink instead then as our center point. Okay, that's where we want the sink. Let's click on this guy and we're just going to drag that void space so that it's a bigger cut than the sink opening for the sink itself, but a smaller cut than the actual sink so that it doesn't fall through. All right, so we got that in there. So now delete, enter. Let's go back to that section. We have the sink over here. So what I'm trying to do is just what I didn't want to do is move the sink. So let's go back now to pull that sink back over. And I guess I'll have to dimension it again. I didn't want to pick it, but apparently I did. Not the end of the world. Click. Delete, enter. Okay, back to that section 18. Now I have my sink in the right location. Let's see if I can grab these three guys and move them. That looks like it's the center line. I guess I could have picked the window too. Okay, let's do the same thing with the window. Let's align this time. Okay, so far so good. Backsplash could change, but it'll definitely go all the way to the end. I probably will go all the way to the end. Yeah, all right. Save it. So let's zoom out here. Remember, I put that stuff over here, I believe. Yep. And what do we want? Next to there. Let's move that guy. Oh. Oh, align that here. I think the hinge should be the other way. So I hit the space bar. But I do want this, so I'll move that. Oops. Looks like it's too wide. So I want to be from here to there. Let's measure from here to here. It's 11. 9 would be the next width instead of 12. So let's see, we have a 9 right there. And that's good. There's be a spacer in there somehow. And this is as far as I'm going to go with that. Let's pick both of those just to make it easy and mirror it about. Center that. Look at that. It's actually going to fit. Okay, so that's good for the cabinets, the base cabinets. Upper cabinets, what did we say? This was don't remember. Let's see if we have any other ones here. That's definitely not right. Okay, let's just move it up. And let's say that that's correct because that's the countertop, which was from before. Okay. That opening is for the window. This is the backsplash. Drop down over the backsplash to accommodate the window opening. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, let's save that. Let's go look in 3D at our kitchen. This is the second floor. So what I'm going to do is click on one of the elevations, and then this is the section box. I'm just going to grab it and drag it down because I want to see the first floor. And there we go. Now let's take a look at it in 3D. I should be able to see my kitchen stuff now and see if I like it. I want to spin it. I'm going to spin it. This will be the pivot point. It's highlighted. So that looks good. The island looks good. That's not go in there. Oh, cabinets. You don't need any cabinets there for now. And then I'm going to put base cabinets here. So let's take a look. So the base cabinets, there's this guy. That's to be on the floor plan. Put that in. Oops, what did we say? Create some more. Is that wall-based? No. There we go. Yep, that's good. Let's try that again. Create some more. Oh. All right. Try it again. Create some more. Spin it around. Put it in there. Gotta bring it back so that this is the section, and I'm looking in that direction. I want to be able to see the face. We don't need a sink base. We have that. We have that. Let's try this one more time. Create some more. There we go. And I want to pull this guy back just enough so I can see the face of it. All right, section 19. Yep. Okay. That's fine. Let's align. Okay. Drawers will be nice, and that looks fine. And let's do a couple of these. So we'll align this guy over here. And then we can mirror. Okay. What's left? 1'6". This is 2 feet, so let's get to 1'6". Instead of the 24, 15 is 1'3". I need a 1'6". So we'll edit the type. We'll duplicate it. And instead of 24, 1'6" is 18. And we'll change this to 18 inches. And we'll say okay. So now my next job, which starts from this template, will have an 18-inch in there. All right, so that looks good. I think we're in good shape on the kitchen. I could put some upper cabinets over there, but for now I'm not going to. Didn't put a mirror in the back wall lab, so let's do that. And let's put some cabinets and cut. We have some sinks to cut. Okay. So what should we do first? Let's cut some sinks. Let's cut this sink out here. So modify, click on the extrusion, edit in place, create, void form, void extrusion. I'm going to pick lines and offset 0.5 inches. So we'll zoom in here. That's offset in the correct side, Now I want to draw a straight line with no offset from here to here. Constraints look good for as far as the cut goes. And it should work. Don't know from that view, but let's take a look at it. Didn't want to click realistic, but we'll see if the sink was cut or not. Yep. All right. Let's get out of that. Consistent colors. Now we need to cut this sink. Edit in place. Create. Void form. Void extrusion. This time we'll do a rectangle. So we'll click right here. And right there. Cut. So there we go. Now that should have the sink base underneath it. So I'm going to grab this section, bring it down and flip it. And then we'll go to that view. I think it's 18 anyway. Okay. I want this guy right here. Create similar. I'll go to the first floor. Here it is. And I'll flip it. I want the arrows to be, the arrows are the face of this. Okay, so back to this view. We can align the center of this with the center of that. Cabinet's in great shape there. And we'll put some drawers on both sides and back to 18. Let's mirror about the midpoint here. And then whatever's left, we'll put in a double. There we go. All right. I just used the arrows on the keyboard to nudge it down a little bit. Go to the view. Let's measure what we have all the way across space-wise. 2'8". So that would be 1'4". 1'3" is a modular dimension for a cabinet. So let's see if we have 15" for this. Yep. Okay. We'll align this guy over here. Then let's take this guy and mirror him right around here. There could be filler in there, or probably the other way around. Filler might be in the end. More detail than is really necessary, considering that a professional is going to actually lay out the cabinets. This is more for just for people to look at. All right. Let's take a quick look in laundry room. And that's why one of the reasons I like to do that. Quick look is because in the floor plan, you can see that in a line. So I'm going to do a line in multiple this time. Click on that. I'm not sure why that happened. But let's try it again. Line right here. Huh. Look at that. All right. I'm not quite sure why it's doing that. Let's try to align to this. That one won't. And that one won't. Okay, back to the 3D view. We have a nice laundry room, plenty of cabinetry, plenty of countertop. The only problem is there's no window, not the end of the world. All right, now what do we want to do? First floor dimensions. Let's put create similar. Create similar. All right, back to that view. There it is. 30 inches. 15 and 15, so that should be 30 inches. Do we have a 30 inch? So let's do it. Duplicate. Now that should line up with these. Let's see if it does. Yep. Okay. And mirror here. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. 4 upper cabinets. We could put more in, but it's not necessary at this point. We should put some in on that side too. So I'll flip my section and let's go look at it. Still, I always have those doubles. Let's see. Well, I got to put a base cabinet in there too. What do we have? 36 inches. Yeah, let's do this. Okay. Back to that view. And what did we say? 36 inches? Yeah. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to make this 18 inches. Again, we don't have it, but we're about to for the future. So let's mirror that about this point. And I think the cabinet might get pretty darn close. See, I still have multiple selected to the wall, and then I'll put, if they need to fill it, I'll put it there. Okay, and so that's, what do we say, 15 inches? 18 inches, yep, okay. So that we're gonna make 3 feet Do we have one that's 36 inches? No. Duplicate 36 inches. 3 feet. Okay. And we'll just align. There you go. So I could actually grab this guy and pull him back. All right, so the countertop lines up. We have space there for the washer and dryer. We look at this in 3D. You can see that. That looks good. That looks good. I said I didn't put the mirror. Oh, let's see. I didn't put the base cabinet in either in the potty room. So we'll come up to here, flip it. Flip it. Go to that view. I need that base cabinet for the sink. Create similar. Put that in here. Flip it. Looks like it's going to be too wide, but I'll use the keys to nudge it. I just want to be able to. All right, so what's the next size down from 48? So that's 4 feet, so it would be 3 feet 9. I don't see a 3'9", so we'll make one. Edit the type, duplicate it. We're going to call it 3'9". Make it 3'9". And then center it on the. Yep. Well, no, wait a minute. Here to here. 3'6". So that should be a 3'6", not a 3'9". There's 3 feet. 42 would be what we're looking for. Don't have it. Edit the type. Duplicate it. 42 inches. Okay, we'll change this to 42. Say okay. Last thing to do, I believe, is the mirror. And a pretty good shape for our first floor. First floor dimension, architecture, whoops. Architecture component model in place. Casework, okay. And extrusion. And let's see, we'll take it up to 6 feet for now. Make it a mirror. Okay, and you didn't draw it in yet. ¾ of an inch. Okay, okay. We'll go look at it and see that there's no way we take it up to the ceiling in real life. But in this model, we're going to. Let's take a look. All right. Okay, so let's just, I did a rendering off just to see what we have here. It's a little dark, but it's not bad. You can see I have a nice pantry into a great big great room, office, powder room. closet, entrance, stairs, stairs. So a couple of things that are better. I think the stairs are farther apart, which makes a little bit more sense. Although they were separated by different spaces. And then kitchen is better, and we have a family room. So family room could be bigger, and I might make it bigger at the request of the client. But anyway, here we go. Look at that. So not going to add, a room separator and put the rest of the room names in here yet until second floor gets laid out.